It's Bob and Tom Tonight, starring Chick McGee, Christy Lee, Josh Arnold, Ace Cosby, Pat Godwin, Willie Griswold, and Tom Griswold.
I'm Chick McGee. Evidently, I'm broadcasting from a facility. Was it, Tom?
I said you're broadcasting from your home facility, and then I realized that sounds like I said you're broadcasting from your toilet.
Right.
Well, without giving away too much, a facility also sounds like an old folks' home.
That's what I thought, yeah.
Or a mental hospital. Or rehab.
Yeah.
We're not
Either
there yet.
one.
So it could be because he's old or because you think he's crazy. Both are kind of valid routes we could go into. What do you say, Chick?
Or both.
Yeah.
Well,
Chick,
first of all,
years ago, Chick said that he wanted to live in an old folks home.
yes, and Willie has gone on record. When I get to the old folks' home, what is it, Willie? I'm gonna kill it.
Clean up at the old. You're gonna do your best work
right.
at the old folks' home.
That's exactly right. I'm gonna go. Hey,
in terms of
silver muff.
Oh,
ladies, are you
Old cooter.
I love that song.
Jess actually thought that I was going to become a member of the janitorial crew, I think, by cleaning up. I think that's what she thought.
I didn't know if he was like going to be doing sets, a little comedy, if that's what you meant. Like the highlight of his career would be at the old folks' home.
That's not, didn't you also submit that you would be a bully at the old?
Yes, I would come up and
lot
tap
like here.
someone on the shoulder, and I go, that's right, people walking on eggshells. I would come up and tap someone on the shoulder. Leonard, you know, my mom always said to get up from the table a little hungry, so why don't you beat it? Stuff like that.
That'd be good.
shaving down the lid on someone's walker?
Just, I don't know if you're aware of this,
right.
but at the assisted living facilities, the ratio of men to women is much more favorable to the fellows.
Yeah.
Because there aren't as many of them.
It's like the College of Charleston.
Yeah, but the STIs out of control.
Again, around me, please only use the term STD. Okay?
Oh, I'm sorry.
STI is
I'll add that to the
cancel
list.
culture. I don't buy into that. It's part of their conspiracy to take over the world. The larger point here is with the advent of things like Viagra, Cialis, Levitra, the generics.
Antibiotics.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Lidocaine.
Yeah, okay.
Carnivals.
So, the old dudes that caught the nail back in Cuba are few and far between.
Okay. Not the nail.
Yesterday, we did a 4-hour sportscast.
Great.
Well, what do you want?
Actual sports content's 3 minutes.
It's to please you. Either I don't do enough or I do too much. You're like a broad, Tom. I can never please you. Okay.
No, I thought
unless we're in Fort Wayne and I'm feeding you grapes, we're drinking Miller Lite.
Could we get back to this exciting news story about young people learning about what America is all about?
Chocolate milk is back on the menu after fourth graders at a California school protested its removal.
Take that, Michelle Obama.
ABC 7.
News on your side.
Because didn't she want to take the menu?
She
at
changed
schools
it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, she changed
Oh,
it.
does food taste good? I'll put an end to that.
Who does?
Ketchup
what
was a
group?
vegetable.
What group of people does Michelle Obama hate, Joshy?
Hates fat people. Hates fat people. Haven't you read her latest book, No Fatties?
No fatties.
It's about the extermination of anybody overweight.
Well,
when they go low, we eat
go thin.
vegetables.
Yeah, that's right. When they go fat.
That's
the
right.
students at Sierra Vista K-8 school in Vacaville held a protest after chocolate milk was pulled from the lunch menu.
What kind of protest was it? Like, are they out there chanting, "What do we want?
Chocolate milk.
When do we want it?"
The students
During lunch, I don't know.
The students and the school's administration compromised on chocolate milk returning just one day every other week.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I know. Teachers commend the protest, saying that students learned how to form an argument and stand up for what they believe in.
Yeah, and now for their reward, they get a chocolate milk once every 2 weeks.
That's right.
Now, I can't help but notice they have very fancy guitar in there that Dean is holding. That is a beauty.
It's real big.
Thanks. Yeah, that's a big Gretsch hollow body.
Got a whammy bar on it, huh?
Oh yeah, that's a big that's stock on these babies.
Are you gonna use the whammy bar for us?
I might.
Can you just give us a sample?
Of a whammy?
Is that gonna throw it out of tune?
Oh, it'll throw it completely out of tune, but who cares?
That.
Now let's go into some ventures. Surfing music. pipeline, isn't it?
Great. Play something you know.
Yeah.
Is that pipeline?
I don't know what they're called, Tom. I just know how they go.
Okay, that's fine.
Rock and roll.
That's such a great song. God. Okay, I'm sorry. Now, Pat, you have a tribute to chocolate milk?
Yeah, we want our chocolate milk back, and we're protesting, okay?
Oh, are you? Who are you, Frank Sinatra?
I'm a guy from the 60s. I don't know who I am.
Okay, thanks for
brother.
for narrowing the.
This has been vague impressions.
I have 3 impressions, Tom.
I'm a guy from the 60s. Yeah.
Maybe go with Frank Sinatra Jr. How about that?
Okay. What do you want, Dad?
Oh,
All right, here we go.
You got to be in a trunk if you're Frank Sinatra Jr.
I'm going to go with Steve.
See, he was kidding.
Oh, yeah. Let's take it for
Very
granted.
sad. But
All the cake.
we got something to protest against. All right?
Okay, go ahead.
1, 2, 3, 4. There's something missing at lunch. We don't know why, and we have a hunch.
Sounds great.
There's a tray with milk over there, but there's no chocolate, and that ain't fair. Lunchtime we stop, say, holy cow, give us our chocolate milk right now. We had a field day with the teach. We get chocolate milk every other week. In my backpack, I got me a bunch. Sell them for $5 and make a killing at lunch. It's time you pay. Hey, no IOU. You gotta have cash if you want a true move. Stop. Hey, don't tell your mother. Drink the milk of a chocolate udder.
Silly. You know, Pat,
It's so good.
for what it's worth, that was very good.
Our apologies to Stephen Stills, and well worth getting the special guitar out for that.
Oh my gosh.
Again, co-worker of the year for the 10th straight year. It's Tom Griswold, ladies and gentlemen.
Again,
How you doing, buddy?
I prefer my new hip-hop nickname.
TG Mofo MC?
No, that was my old one. That was I'm like P. Diddy, where he changed his name like 6 times.
So they just call you Mofo?
Hey, has Kanye changed his name to just Ye?
Yeah.
So he doesn't want to be, if you call him Kanye, he would be upset.
I think if you say anything to him, he'll be upset. He's kind of going through a whole thing right now. He's calling Pete Davidson Skeet. Things are pretty nuts, and I'm eating popcorn, checking it out. I'm having a good time watching.
Couldn't care less.
I see.
About him. No, my new rap name.
Is Notorious TBG?
Yeah, my initials. The Notorious TBG, sometimes called Biggie Cox.
Biggie Cox.
Cosby, here he is with his joke of the day.
I was sitting in traffic yesterday. Probably why I got run over.
I would say a good guess. Why you may have been.
Wait a minute.
Should never be out sitting in traffic.
Wait a minute. Hold it. Did you see him do the comedic look off to his...
Yes, he did.
The delivery was stellar.
It was,
Boom.
the only thing missing was a but seriously, folks.
Yeah.
Now, Jess Hooker is sitting in for Christy today, but she's also our resident chef. And she has whipped up a chocolate cake. And the background on this, a lot of people were writing is saying, if you make cake and use mayonnaise, substitute mayonnaise. Tell me exactly how this works.
Right. So you usually have to have a fat when you bake. Fat. Yeah. So you could use oil or butter. Oil, butter.
Fat.
Are you done?
Thank you. And so you made
butter,
this cake.
butter, oil, shortening, whatever, and eggs obviously are important. And instead of using eggs and shortening separate, you use mayonnaise because that's what it is. It's oil and eggs.
That's what this recipe is?
So that's what it is. It's not the only thing because Willie kept going into the green room and going, "This is made of mayonnaise." No, it's not just made of mayonnaise.
That was a dumb guy voice if I've ever heard one.
Oh, yeah.
This is made of mayonnaise.
Hey, that's not how I talk.
Well, so can you...
So here's our,
I don't sound anything like that.
Okay, everybody take a quick bite.
All right.
And we'll judge the cake.
Josh is done already.
It's very good. Doesn't taste like mayo at all. Just really
Very
delicious and
moist,
yummy.
right? A lot of moisture there.
moist.
I heard it's moist.
It's amazing. I thought you didn't like the cake.
That's never not liking cake has never kept me from eating cake.
I look over there, and the shovel's operating. Costaki joins us from beautiful Southern California. And Costaki, you wanted your L.A. Rams to win, and they did. However, Mr. McGee picked Cincinnati, and he was given 4 points by the bookies, and so he is in fact a winner. And Chick, do you want to tell Costaki your record for the playoffs?
Yeah, against the spread, 11-2.
Amazing.
Had a stellar run for that. I was just giving away money on the Bob and Tom show. Here you go. Here, go ahead.
That's a really amazing record against the spread. Kudos, man. That's cool.
Well, it takes some brains to be this stupid all the time. You know that. Okay.
Now, Costaki, before we get to the NFL, the football aspect of it anyway, did you have a favorite commercial in the Super Bowl?
I liked Paul Rudd and Seth Rogen for Lay's.
The potato
God.
chips. I like
Those
that
guys.
Oh, my God.
With
It was a little corny, but I like those two guys together.
Oh, it was great with the scary-looking bride. The monster.
Yeah,
What'd you call the monster bride, Josh?
Well, that was a class 3 poltergeist for sure.
A class 3 poltergeist. Whatever the hell that means.
Well, I believe Josh will take up my cause in this about how stupid and hack that commercial was. Josh?
I would have rather just seen those two guys talking. I thought it was overproduced and unnecessary. Those two guys are so good. Let them chat about how they like chips.
Wow.
No reason.
Yeah, okay.
No reason to do what they do.
I would have thought that would have been one of your favorites.
Yeah, you would have.
The topic, chips. It's got chips in it. It's got ghosts. Well, back to the actual game. What your thoughts, Costaki?
Well, I was excited the Rams won. It felt like Stafford and Beckham were at NFL fantasy camp. This is what it's like to play for a real life professional football team. I was so happy for Stafford after all those tough years with the Lions. He kind of lived the dream that we all have. Whatever your walk of life is, you have this. If I could get out of this place, I could really make it. It changed things. Flint Water has asked for a trade. They think they could be great somewhere else. Now the Rams can turn to making plans for their next first-round pick in 2040. That's coming right up. It might be Van Jefferson's baby who was just born. Jefferson's wife was rushed from the stadium to the hospital to have a baby. That's pretty cool. Odell Beckham is due any day now, too. What happened? Did they use Eli Apple for birth control? Is that what happened? He had a tough day in the Super Bowl. I don't know if you guys, nobody knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, no, sorry, I don't know.
I don't get it.
I think that's on us, though. We should.
Is he the
know.
one that dropped did he drop the ball?
No, he's the one who didn't cover the receivers very well. Cooper Kupp had a hell of a day. 2 scores, 1 cup. That was a good day.
We get that one.
Hey, Costaki, have they identified the jackass that ran out in the field in his sweatpants?
Yes, he was a player who was inactive. It was a 15-yard penalty for unnecessary dadness, I believe. He was wearing socks with sandals.
And hey, guess what? I think he was on the Washington football team roster at some point.
Oh, is that right?
Hargraves or something? Yeah,
that's right.
He was just happy to not be called a commander anymore. So
that's funny. By the way, they think they might get rid of Dan Snyder. This could be your best year ever.
Right? I know. Yeah, but the bad news is, I got to put up with commanders the rest of my life.
Yeah, that's true.
Commanders.
Yeah, there you go.
Very nice.
They've been the Commanders for 5 minutes. Is there already a mutiny?
Oh, yeah. It's got to be. Got to be.
So halftime show brought to you by Pepsi, but spiked with Hennessy. It was very specific. Dr. Dre opened. Boy, I hope Belichick didn't text congrats on the halftime show to Dr. Demento.
Now, Costaki, did you workshop that? Did you walk around the house going, hey, who's the most famous doctor that you know? Come on, give me a doctor.
I do have choice Dr. Seuss, Dr. Who, Dr. J.
Dr. Oz.
Yeah.
I think Dr. Demento was an excellent choice.
I knew it would work with you guys. I don't know
Yes. That's
I don't know if it's a
exactly
broad enough
right.
appeal.
I
for
particularly
middle
love
America.
that Belichick would have Demento's number.
That's funny.
Excellent job. Hang on a second. You know who Dr. Demento is?
No.
Oh, he ran a.
Of course not.
He runs a. He's a collector of novelty songs.
Oh, okay.
He's literally the world's expert on at least English novelty songs.
Wow.
He's
good when you have
he's
to
the man
explain
that
the joke
discovered
to
Weird Al Yankovic.
Oh, okay.
Anybody under 40.
All those weird songs. One of the Bob and Tom songs has actually appeared in a Dr. Demento album.
Has it really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Is that true? That's good.
Yeah, I think I got a check for like 17 cents every couple of years.
Get enough of those.
I got to admit, man, when I heard shaving cream, I lost my mind when I was like 12 years old.
Demento does a great public service, and I bet Belichick loves him. The perfect choice, Costaki. Excellent joke writing, as always.
One time he played Tears in Heaven, though, and he was charged with malpractice. It was against what he normally see.
Violates HIPAA.
I mean,
that's a really
polished that joke.
really-
He went to be played Weird Al's parody of Tears in Heaven.
Going super deep.
What do we got?
Bread
Beers in
unleavened
heaven.
or
Beers in
something.
Heaven,
Yeah, beers in heaven.
It was bread unleavened, and it was Weird Al dressed up as a rabbi. It just offended people all over the place.
And Dan Chopin.
I'm sorry, Costaki. Back to the jokes.
It's all right. We had a surprise guest in the halftime show. It was like putting on an old coat and reaching into your pocket and finding 50 Cent. Am I right, everybody? It's hard to even say that one with a straight face. Brian Flores is adding another chapter to the lawsuit. He claims to have applied for the job of Eminem, but wasn't taken seriously, which, Beckham had a non-contact injury. I get those all the time. I'm pretty much a pro athlete, I guess. Sometimes I wake up and my back hurts. I didn't even know there was no contact. Eric Dickerson didn't go to the Super Bowl because the Rams offered him tickets up in the rafters.
Yeah.
Quit your bitching. Wear your goggles. Enjoy the game. Be fine. What are you doing? I went to the NFL shop at the NFL Experience this week, and they were selling these little tiny Falcons shirts for babies. Is that considered child abuse?
They're not good.
But when you're a Falcons fan, you might as well start drooling in the fetal position early, I guess. And I talked to the people. I went with Willie. I talked to the people in the personalized jersey section. And for years, they have a 12-letter limit on the last name on the back of the jersey. But this year, the guy winced, but said they could do Economopoulos,
Wow.
13 letters.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. I'm happy to see they're no longer trying to keep a Greek man down.
So wait a second. Did you get one?
I didn't because it's a Bengals or Rams. I didn't, but it looks like they've changed the policy. They refuse to rainbow it. They won't put it on an arc because it's a bar that's already pre-made. But he said they could squeeze it in. So I was like, okay.
Oh.
They refuse to rainbow it? There are some bakeries here that do that.
That's a great joke.
Not for your wedding.
Hey, Costaki, as you might imagine, Jess Hooker has had many problems trying to get a personalized jersey from the NFL.
Yeah, up until, a couple of years ago.
But now there's a player, a couple players named Hooker.
Yeah.
There was years ago. There was Fair Hooker.
Yes, from the-
Cleveland
yeah,
Browns.
that's right.
Yeah.
Cleveland Browns.
And I
but they
I
wouldn't-
understand he was pretty good at the bus station.
Oh, okay.
Never overcharged, never looked at his watch.
Average. Yeah.
There's a Blues player now, St. Louis Blues, my favorite hockey team, named Joshua. Last name Joshua. So I've got to get that jersey,
Gotta
right?
get it. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that sweater, right?
What are you, 3? You're going to put your first name on the jersey?
Didn't mean to bother you, Jess.
Put your bus down.
3? What are you, a little baby? You
Put
want
your bus down
bottle?
on there.
Joshua's not a dirty word. We're working on hookers over here, okay? Come on.
I guess I won't do it.
Now, I want to remind everybody that Mr. Economopoulos, Thursday, February 24th at Chaser's Bar and Grill, Evansville, Indiana. Then Friday, you'll be at Jasper's Astra Theater. And then Saturday, the 26th, the LaPorte Yacht Club. Very fancy. And then you'll be in Greater Cleveland on Cuyahoga Falls coming up in March. Also, Kennesaw, Georgia, Peoria, Illinois, and Minot, North Dakota, all coming up for Costaki. Be sure to go see him
I'm
live
excited.
and in person.
I'm getting back out there. I'm really, I've I might be the best I've ever been on stage, and I'm certainly enjoying it the most I ever have. So
Oh, that's
come see me
great.
live.
Do you attribute that to the nudity or to the joke?
I think it was being trapped in my home for a year. I think that focuses the mind a little bit on enjoying the process.
Absolutely.
Probably got your wife working really hard to get you booked.
Yeah, that's right. That's true, actually. I always thought that one of the big challenges for me in my interpersonal relationships was that I was gone a lot. And then I was home for a year, and I realized my being gone is the key to the whole operation.
Yes. A lot of people figured that out.
Watch the entire show live or on demand at bobandtom.com or listen live with the Bob and Tom app. And be sure to tune in next time for more Bob and Tom Tonight.